Here is section 3.9, exercise 36. And this is surveying. It says a surveyor standing 50 feet from the base of a large tree. Okay, so get to do a little art here. There's a large tree. And so we are over here, and that distance is 50. And then measures the angle of elevation to the top of the tree as 71 degrees. So that's 71 degrees. How accurately must the angle be measured if the percent error in estimating the height of the tree is to be less than 6%? Okay, so we want the relative error to be less than 0.06. And so we're trying to get H here. Well, 71.5. And so, as we look at this, right, we have H. We want our height H, and that is, now this is our angle theta. And so I guess I want to use the tangent here. H over 50 is a tangent, so 50 times tangent theta. And so that means if I do the differential, dH is equal to 50, and derivative of the tangent theta is secant squared theta times then our d theta. And so now where this is kind of nice, right? What they are asking is they want the relative error in the height of the tree to be less than 0.06. So they want dH over H to be less than 0.06. But if that's the case, I'll just substitute. I have 50 secant squared theta d theta. It's right, because it says how accurately must the angle be measured if the percent error, right? So we're worrying about d theta here. And let's see, so that's where I looked up there and forgot where I was. So here's tangent theta. And we want that to be less than 0.06. Now the 50s cancel. Tangent is sine over cosine, and I'm going to solve for d theta here. D theta, because I think that's what they're asking about, needs to be less than 0.06 tangent theta over secant squared theta. Now this is so this thing 0.06. I've got a sine theta over cosine theta from the tangent, and secant is 1 over the cosine, so 1 over the secant is the cosine. So then I have cosine squared theta here. And so this is 0.06 sine theta cosine theta. Okay, so I need d theta to be less than all this, and and theta is 71.5 degrees. And so I need d theta to be less than 0.06 sine of 71.5 degrees and cosine of 71.5 degrees. And so d theta needs to be less than, well, go back, oops, sorry. Go back here to Desmos, and I need 0.06 times the sine function. So I can find the sine function here, sine. Now I have to be a little careful here. This is going to be the wrong answer to start with. Because this is, I'm using degrees here, but Desmos assumes radians. So I'm just going to type it in first and then go switch it. Then I need the cosine of 71.5 degrees. And see, so that says I need to be around negative 0.0299 or 0.03. I don't believe that's true, right? I need to go in here and I think, radians, degrees. And so now I can just click out here and there's my answer, 0.018. Okay, so, whoops. 0.018. Okay, so my angle measure needs to be pretty small, or angle measurement error. So it needs to be pretty small at this point. But that's what they're looking for. So, you know, they mentioned relative error. So relative error would be my dH over H. So I end up with 0.018. And that is number 36.